and recording to our live custom stream. Cannot believe that we are on episode 160 already. Fourth year of doing this, episode 160. John Hudson from True North Paramotor. Man, John, how many times have you been on the show? Do you remember offhand?
This is the second time I've been on your show, Sean.
Oh, I could have sworn it's been more than that.
No, this is second time on here.
I know what it was. We've been giving out a lot of stuff from your. That's what it is you weren't on here, but we've been giving away a lot of stuff. Episode 160. John Hudson. Hold on one second. That was me. Bad Sean.
Oh, bad Sean.
Bad Sean. I know, right? It's like, hey, you know what? Every once in a while, I mess up. Anyways, welcome everybody. My name is Sean Simons, also known as PPG Grandpa. Welcome to PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. Clearproptv.com and paratalk.org. Tonight is going to be an amazing podcast, as always. Season 4. We've been doing this for 4 years. This is episode 160. I still can't believe this. We got Will Fly. From Will Fly PPG. He is going to be building up the spinny wheel of winning things tonight. If you haven't been over to his page, go to willflyppg.com. You'll find him there, and make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell notification. We also got Scuba Steve. He also runs a podcast on Friday nights. You can find him at paramotordude.com on his paramotor / vaping on what time is that, Steve, on Friday?
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 to 10.
8 o'clock. Excellent. Awesome show. We also got Linda, ParamotorUSA.com. If you want to be on the show, make sure that you hit her up. She's actually playing with her pom-poms. Holy smokes, that's the first time in a long time, because your kitty usually scares your kitty.
Actually, well, she stood up real quick behind here, and she's like, the heck you doing?
If you want to be on the show, make sure you get up with Linda Anderson. If you go to ParamotorUSA.com, that forwards to her Facebook page, and tell her you want to be on PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. But it's not about me. It's not about the panel tonight. It's all about John Hudson from True North Paramotor. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, thank you very much, Sean. Glad to be here this evening.
Man, it's been a minute since I seen you, man. What you been up to? Anything fun? You've been making paramotors, and here in the United States, you actually make American-made paramotors. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into paramotoring, and your company that you run?
Yeah, sure. I started flying paragliders back in 2001 when I was living in Colorado. It'd always been a dream of mine since the first time I ever saw somebody fly a paraglider was probably in the mid-90s or so. And around 2001, I finally saved up enough money, and that was one of the first things I did. Made a phone call to a local instructor in Golden, Colorado, where I was living, and learned to fly paragliders, and that completely changed my life from there out. Then all my vacations, everything I did was based around flying. I had a great opportunity to literally travel the world, and lived in Asia for about 7 years and got to fly all over there, flying paragliders all over there. And then around 2012, after a large typhoon hit the area where I was living over there, it was time to move back to America. So I did, and ended up going out to California and getting my paragliding instructor's license, USHPA. But of course, living in Louisiana and being a paragliding instructor, there's not a whole lot of opportunity. And as you know, Sean, the nearest mountains from around here are about 4 hours away in southeast Oklahoma. So I ended up getting a towing rig, and it just got to the point where around late 2014, I ended up talking to Chad Bastian out in California, who I'd known from the paragliding community. And he was like, look, tell you what, I'll send you a mini. Well, I ended up getting a mini plane top 80 unit from him. And then I purchased that unit from him. And then the rest was pretty much history after that. Since then, started flying paramotors almost all the time. And ended up getting my PPG instructor's license around 2015. In May of 2015, got my PPG instructor's license. And since then, paramotor whenever I possibly can. And I've only been paragliding a handful of times since then. Paramotoring has pretty much taken over all that. It's definitely my passion, my thing in life that I love to do the most. So, yeah.
Sounds like we already got some questions from the super chat about your paramotor behind you. Will, what's the question?
Gosh, you caught me working on the spinny wheel. So go ahead and ask it if you see it.
Okay.
He says, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. You can. Steve.
What kind of harness does John have on his paramotor behind him? They're saying it looks comfy. Tony wants to know.
That's currently an APCO SLT that I have on here. I also offer a Dudek power seat or the power seat light as an option. The thing I do prefer about the APCO is it has an extra set of loops on the back to where we are able to put that set of loops through the frame of the actually through the frame, and then run a bar behind that to hold the harness in place. So instead of just running it through the loops up here, it actually has a carbon fiber support bar that holds it in place to the actual frame as well too. So I do prefer the APCO SLT. Plus it weighs about a pound, almost 2 pounds less than the Dudek harness. So that's standard, the standard equipment on all of our units complete. But if somebody does want a Dudek, I'll certainly offer it with the Dudek harness as well.
Okay, if it's 2 pounds less, does that mean that it's lacking in comfort, like less padding or something? How'd they lose the 2 pounds?
Well, as far as I know, the seat board is a different material. It's not wood. It's like a composite material that they use on that. And there is a little bit less padding, but to me, it's just as comfortable, in my opinion, as the Dudek power seat. So I've flown both of them, and I prefer the APCO SLT personally, but that's just my opinion, you know. So, and that weight difference is significant to me as well too. So
the power comfort, you mentioned the power, was it the power comfort light?
No, that one weighs, I think, I don't know the exact weight difference between the two, between the SLT and the power seat comfort light. It's very similar weight difference, similar weight comparison to those two. I'm not exactly sure
But I mean, so I'm trying to figure out what the difference is with the light version of the power, because I fly the power comfort. Right. And I like the harness, but do you know the difference between the two? I mean, is it just basically
what they've done to reduce weight on that is the buckles are more compact, I have noticed, and the webbing, they use like a Dyneema braided for the sides and for the straps. A lot of the straps are using Dyneema as opposed to a webbing on that to reduce weight. And so that, and also the seat board on the power seat light, I believe, is carbon fiber or some kind of composite material. It's much lighter weight than the wooden board that they use in the power seat comfort. So.
So does that harness have the, is it leg straps or is it the crotch straps?
It's got leg straps here.
Yeah, I'm just are they the straps that go over your legs, or is it the ones that come up in a V through your crotch? That's what I was wondering.
Oh, they do go up over your legs. Yeah, they do.
Okay, gotcha.
Over your legs, just like the power seat. They got the straps here.
Yeah. And
then the buckles here as well on the side. So yes.
Okay.
You build the frames here in America.
Correct.
What frames do you have? I hear that you got a couple of frames.
Well, right now we just have it's one frame. I'll show you that, guys, hear that in a little while. The next generation of what's coming out here pretty soon as well too. But yeah, the standard frame that I offer is it's aluminum, 60-61 aluminum front and back, 70-75 aluminum swing arms. We mill all these in-house here in Shreveport at our production facility. And spars are made out of carbon fiber. And the hoop is also 60-61 aluminum all the way around. And the frame's weight with the fuel tank, with the 12-liter fuel tank, Vitarazi fuel tank, is 14.5 pounds. Complete with a Moster 185 APCO SLT. And a helix prop is 55 pounds. That brings it down to about 54.5 pounds with the E prop. And Atom 80 complete units with SLT and helix prop are right at 45.5 pounds, 45.5, 46 pounds complete, ready to fly.
So the frames that you have, are they made specific for, now I know you like drill them out for different types of motors. What all motors do you make your frames for?
Well, I have produced adapter plates and things for, I've got units ready for Corsair 172s. I've done Nitro 200s. But the standard ones that we make that the holes are drilled for are the Atom 80 and the Moster 185. Because, you know, that's realistically, that's the vast majority of what people are flying these days. But I have made adapter plates, engine adapter plates that'll easily fit, retrofit the 172, the Nitro 200, or any other engine that you have the schematic, you know, the whole schemes for the engines. I'm happy to make that to adjust for you as well too. Maybe an extra 75, 80 bucks, something like that to, you know, to make engine adapter plates for any engine you could ever imagine to fit on there. So yeah, we do that as well. We offer full customization, any color, any powder coat you like, which is, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 different color options available at Prismatic Powders. We do offer that option as well to any of our customers, no additional charge. And our typical production time right now is about 3 to 5 weeks to get a frame out to you. But we always try to have at least 1 or 2 frames ready to go out the door, as with this one right now is ready to go.
But if you're doing custom, right, you got to expect the 3 to 5 week.
Yeah, about 5 weeks on custom stuff, typically 3 to 5 weeks. Yeah, and it average about 5 weeks on those. So yeah.
But if we want one right now, you got one that you can ship us right now.
I have 2 that I could ship to you right now. Yes, sure.
So you better act quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's springtime is here, and we're also doing standard now too, complete with everything. Is the off-grid aviation throttle. Since I started offering these about 1.5 years ago, I've not had a single customer want anything but the off-grid throttle. You know, everybody that's seen is like, yeah, that's what I want, even though it costs a little bit more. So I'm offering that standard. You know, is also another way to say, you know, to buy American. You're using American-made products on my units whenever I possibly can. We're also, another thing we're doing now is these tensioners by a company called M Square out of Vermont. They make these great ratchet strap. Hang on, let's see if you can see that there. Ratchet strap tensioners for the netting. They get this thing. I mean, they get it really, really, really tight on the netting, as you can see. So, those are another great thing. They're made in Vermont. So we're doing that, and the off-grid aviation throttle is coming standard, included standard with all of our units. And yeah, you're trying to use American-made products whenever we possibly can for all of our machines. So yeah.
Very good. Bonnie Franz, you pretty much already answered that. So you wanted to know the paramotor, what the paramotor was behind you.
Okay. Yeah.
But American paramotor, made in America paramotor, those aren't real common.
They're not. And I tell you, if I would have known all the headaches and troubles and back to the old drawing board type scenarios that would be involved in this when I went into this 3.5 years ago, I probably would have not moved forward with it. But, you know, most days I'm really glad that I did. I am really glad that I did, because we have a beautiful machine that's lightweight. It takes a beating. I put all my students on these in the past 3.5 years, and these things have definitely taken some major, you know, everything, you know, the typical student forget to sit down, or, you know, go ahead and sit down before he's actually flying, and boom, do a heavy butt landing on it. I've had another guy stall one from about 4 feet and just straight drop on him. And, you know, the legs will occasionally get bent. The legs may get bent out of shape just a little bit on there. But that's the great thing about this. It's all CNC modular. So, for example, to replace a spar on one of mine, it costs $18. I charge $18 for a spar.
Wow.
A leg is $50. You know, to replace, and that's powder coated, painted, you know, however you want it done. $50 for a new leg piece. So, you know, as opposed to, I've seen, you know, some companies charge $280, $275 for a spar. Hoop section I charge $30 for now. You know, a complete netting with the hoop is like $250, something like that, you know. So it's all very reasonably priced and affordable. A complete unit, one of the complete units, this one right here with the Moster 185, I'm charging $660.
And there went your mic. Oh, there we go.
Are we back? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
$6,650, complete units ready to fly. And frames are $2,650 as well.
Would you mind repeating that?
Yes.
Cost?
Sorry. Motor units complete, ready to fly with the APCO SLT, Helix prop, off-grid aviation throttle, $6,750. I lost my paper. I had it written down on $6,750. That's ready to go today. The Atom 80 units are $6,450. And the frame, just the frame with the 12-liter fuel tank, swing arms, it's $2,595.
Nice.
Damn, Will, don't ask them again, because then the price will go up another $100.
Sorry about
That's what I was thinking. I was like, didn't he just go up another $100?
that. Yeah.
Take the first price.
I had it written down right here. I was like, well, we had, you know, as everything has gone up, Vitarazi has increased their prices. The only thing I've done since the pandemic, as far as increases go, I've increased it by like 3% because that's been my production increase cost on most of my parts. And whatever Vitarazi's increased their prices by, I've had to go up with that as well too. So.
Yeah, wings have went up. I mean, good thing you don't make frames with eggs or anything, because you know.
God, I know, right? About the price of diamonds these days, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another great feature about these units, I started doing this about 3 years ago, is this easily removable pin for the swing arms. And that comes right off. So you've got. It's great thing about this is you can easily store these in the back of your, like if you're driving a pickup truck to store it or anything like that, you can push it flat against the back of a pickup truck and ratchet it down and get full, you know, not having to swing arms in your way. And as far as storage goes, and also maneuverability, having this fully rotating, you know, where the swing arms are not resting on a bolt whatsoever. Nothing's resting on a bolt.
How many pieces does the actual hoop break down to? I mean, as far as the main sections there, not the spars.
5 different sections.
5 sections. Okay, cool. That's the cheapest price I've ever heard for spars, for sure. I mean, I haven't seen any paramotor company have spars for like $18.
18 bucks. Yeah, they're carbon fiber, and yeah, there's not much to them. There's carbon fiber spars, so I'm not. You know, I'm making a little bit on that. And that's another thing too. You know, I feel like for spare parts for a unit, why should I take, you know, somebody who's already been a loyal customer of mine, tripling, quadrupling the price on that, you know, to take it to the cleaners on that? Why do that? You know, so I'm, you know, making a fair profit on that as well too, of course, to cover my end, but I'm not taking any one of the cleaners on any of this by any means, you know, so
Right.
Being very fair and very reasonable. Offering here, made here in America. Another great thing, you know, if you have any questions or anything, you can call me at any time. My number is 318-393-7544, or you know, go to our Facebook page, which is True North Paramotors, or our school's Facebook page as well too, is Louisiana Powered Paragliding.
Excellent. I see another frame behind you. What's that way back there, buddy?
Let's look at that real quick. This is the future. Hopefully we'll have these ready for production here in the next couple of months.
It's always neat when you can look into the future.
Yes.
So that's it.
It's taken us a little while to get here with production on these because there's just been a lot of this is a titanium frame. So basically what we will do is replace it will retrofit the others as well to the older units. If you have one of our True North frames and you would like to convert that to a titanium frame, no problem. What we're going to do is we're offering hoops. We will be offering hoops and spars made out of grade 2 titanium. And this is just a prototype right now. So, but yeah, they're grade 2 titanium, 14 millimeter, all the way around, which, you know, it definitely offers many advantages as opposed to aluminum. Being able to rebend, you know, if it gets dented or hits, it makes any impact, you can easily, you know, with heat, shape these right back into shape just as they were. So yeah, this will hopefully we'll have these ready to go here in the next 2 months. Our only holdback is getting a snap-on netting. Like we're gonna do it like a Maverick or something like that, with that snap-on netting, with the polyurethane tubing that goes around there. And this will also offer the M square ratchet tensioning system as well too on that unit. So yeah.
That looks like a really interesting design. That design is to be really strong and support your harness.
Yes. Yeah.
Bonnie Fran says she actually got another question, but we've
Go ahead.
all wiped our computer screen to try to get that little black mark off our screen.
Yeah, I was doing that.
I've been doing the same thing. You got a mark right on your lens, right, almost in the middle.
I was just looking at that too.
Yeah.
It's not coming off.
Yeah, I've been scratching my screen too. It's
That's
like, what is that on the
funny.
screen?
Little conversation
We were
piece
caught
there.
that in the pre-show of things. Hang on, let's see here.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's not coming off.
I'll
Yeah.
fix it. I'm gonna fire some
Shoot a laser in your camera or something. The laser will do it.
Yeah.
She did want to know, Bonnie wanted to know if you could fit a trike onto the True North Paramotors. Or if that's-
Yes, I have had a couple customers put these on trikes without any issues. Yes.
So that print that's on the metal, it's on the metal before you ever cut it, right? Because that print looks pretty cool. That's on there. You can barely see the design because it's far away, but
It's
I can
laser
see.
cut.
Oh, not the actual holes, but there's a design on the metal itself. Is that laser cut too?
like a finish.
Yeah, everything.
you s-
Oh, you talking about the finish on here?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a hammer tone powder coat. And we've over the years, we've made quite a few units of these actually. And what we've learned is that hammer tone, as far as powder coat goes, if it's a part that's going to get worn and rubbed or anything like that, this hammer tone is definitely 100% the way to go. So what we do is we offer the swing arms and the front plate pretty much exclusively. If somebody wants a different powder coat, that's fine. But I will tell them, look, that, they tend to wear down or fade off shortly. But this, I've had guys that have been flying for over a year and a half now with this exact same hammer tone powder coat, and it is not faded or worn off whatsoever. So super durable, and while it looks really cool too, I think it's definitely different and sets me apart from anybody else. So that's our standard color option. And then for the back, what I have been doing is a standard option is what is the name of this? Prismatic Universe is the color, and it changes colors in the light. If you on my Facebook page, you can see a lot of examples of this color shifting powder coat and how it changes colors in the daylight. But it's a prismatic, all the colors you can ever imagine hit under a certain light, it'll change into on there.
How well can you see that when you have a motor on the back like that?
You can with the motor on the back, you can still see that. That's why I don't do that on the front either, because on the front, if you put a harness on that as well too, it basically makes you really not see it. But you can still definitely see it with the motor and the prop pretty clearly on the back. There's pictures of those on my Facebook page as well too. If any of you guys, I can't pull that up obviously, but while I'm talking, but yeah, there's pictures.
I can see. Now, if you're going to go with a titanium frame and you're going to start producing those, I can see a cost increase for that. But what about that snap-on netting? Isn't that going to bring the price way up also? Or
that's why I'm figuring out how to manufacture that in-house right now as well. So,
oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you can do it in-house, then that ought to keep it reasonable, I would think.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we're planning for about $300 to $350 more for the titanium frame versus the aluminum. So, the frames will be just a little bit over $3,000. The Moster units will be just a little bit over $7,100, something like that.
What is the benefit of aluminum and titanium? Can you tell us the difference between, because, we got a lot of people out there that are listening to this that are not flying. They're going to fly soon, and, maybe they don't know the difference between the difference.
Well, with aluminum, you can sometimes get lighter weight paramotors using aluminum. The thing with aluminum though too is when it does bend, It typically does not bend back into shape so easily. So once it gets bent, it's pretty much bent, and you got to replace that part. Typically, now you can bend back aluminum to a certain degree without, but you're going to be able to see it. With titanium, you can bend it, and ideally you can heat it back up and shape it right back into shape. It has elastic memory to it. That is what basically, so if it gets bent, you can take a heat torch and shape it right back into the shape that it was, and it'll stay that shape. That is the one advantage over titanium versus aluminum. Personally, as long as you're not crashing your paramotor or wrecking it much, there's really not much different. I mean, there's really not much difference or need to have one versus the other, in my opinion. People, though, do tend to want titanium, as we know. So that's why we're offering one in titanium as well, too. But the aluminum is a great option as well, too. And my price is so reasonable. I'm replacing parts on it. It's almost a no-brainer to go either way. So you can't go wrong either way. We are just figuring that. Also, currently, my cost on titanium versus aluminum is not a whole lot of difference. So, but my production time and production cost is more with the titanium, because I got to have a specialized welder to weld the titanium parts, and his time, of course, is a lot more money versus someone to weld aluminum. So, yep, that's those are the main differences. But you can't go wrong either way versus with a titanium frame or an aluminum frame. They're both excellent, and these have all taken over 3.5 to 4 years of heavy student abuse and pilot abuse as well, too, and stood the test of time. So
That's good. I think we have a question in the super chat. Will or Steve?
Tony Marzano is asking if you could show the throttle.
sure.
Let us see it.
Yeah, the off-grid throttles. I have one of those, and they are pretty cool. One of my other students just changed out his throttle to an off-grid also. So
Yeah, here's the off-grid aviation throttle. These are all made in Georgia by a really good guy, man, super nice guy. And he's also a guy who designs some of the most famous AR-15s and rifles out there as well, too. He's the chief designer, chief engineer for those. And this is his side business, is making paramotor throttles.
Can you put it on your hand so we kind of get an idea of the?
Yeah, this is a left-handed.
Okay. Yeah.
Great fit in the hand, super ergonomic, super comfortable. The cruise control option is, I love that option on here, just to be able to press down on it and it locks. Just to press down one, with your finger, and it locks. And then when you want to disengage it, you just engage the throttle again. Boom. It's off.
and that little spinning wheel right there adjusts your throttle once it's in the cruise control mode.
Yeah, exactly. It adjusts the cruise control.
Man, that's nice.
So yeah, it's really nice. I mean, they are considerably more expensive, about $75 more expensive than the average throttle. But then again, it's, once you get one, you don't ever need another one, So they've definitely been a game changer for the throttle market. I don't know how many of these guys have sold. They sold over 1,000 of these things, and for in the paramotor community, that's quite a bit. So
Doesn't make sense, because I lived in Georgia all my life, except for the last couple of years. Never saw one person fly a paramotor. But yeah, Bad Apples is there. The guys making off-grid throttles there. Never saw one paramotor anywhere in Georgia. How the hell?
yeah, that's funny how that works sometimes, isn't it?
It is. It is 7:30. We've been yapping away already for half an hour, and we only have you for an hour tonight. So, real quick, you have these really awesome T-shirts.
Yes.
You gave me one years ago, and I still love it. You still have one, but you changed your design, and can you show us your new design on your
It's the
T-shirt?
same design. It's just a different color shirt. A little more blue than the last one. So yeah, I've got these, and we'll be doing a giveaway tonight for one of these.
Nice.
All right. So if you would like a True North Paramotor t-shirt from John Hudson from True North Paramotors, make sure you say hello to Will Fly in the super chat because we're going to be spinning the wheel here in about 15 minutes.
It's an extra large. It's the only size I've got left right now. So
Something to grow into.
there you go.
Exactly.
Tony was asking the cost of the off-grid.
Yeah, they're about 225 to 250 bucks, depending on what you get. Yeah, or 260, whatever, 269 there for the Nitro 200.
Nice.
And you got the ones with the E-Start, which is really nice. It's a green button. They also have a thing that will go around your kill switch so you don't accidentally bump it. Do you have one of those things on your on yours or?
This one does. This is not an E-Start, but I know exactly what you're talking about. He just recently modified those for all the off-grid throttles to where the ignition for the E-Start on there is more difficult to press, should I say? Because the earlier ones were super easy to press. Ask Travis DuPont. I think he's in our chat right now. I bought him a Moster prop one day because of how easy it was to press that thing. So he's remodified those to where the E-Start has like a nice cradle around it to where, you actually have to really, you won't have to want to press the start button on there for it to start. So yeah, he's made those super nice E-Start throttles.
John says he uses the start button for his push to talk, which, yeah, if you got a manual start and you want to use that button for push to talk, go for it.
Yeah, that's a great option, actually. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Easier to run. You don't have to fiddle around with anything on your helmet or anything like that to get that button engaged. That's right. That would be nice.
Yeah, Travis says he's 30 minutes from you.
Yeah.
Close.
Oh yeah, we fly together quite often.
Any questions for John in the panel? Linda, any questions? Steve, Will?
It's time for Will to ask questions. I've already asked a lot.
I'll speak up if someone has a question.
Well, John, are you planning on going to like any fly-ins or anything like that to show off your paramotors, or are you just really busy with school?
Yeah, I plan to make it to Bad Apples this year, and I don't know if they're doing endless foot drag again this year or not, but if they are, I'll probably head up that way, or any other fly-ins in the spring and summertime as well too. Definitely.
That's excellent. Anybody in the super chat, have you ever met John or heard of him? If you've met him, he's one of the coolest guys you've ever met, and he's just an incredible guy. He's a really awesome pilot. He'll be the first one to help you out, set up your wing if you need help. He's really incredible. Tell us a little bit about your school, John, and how many days is it, and how does it all work?
Louisiana Powered Paragliding is my school, based out of Shreveport, Louisiana, and we follow the USPPA syllabus. I've been an instructor since 2015. I've probably trained 40-ish to 50 people over that time, something like that, I would imagine. And yeah, it's a local school, and I typically train people within an hour or 2 hours of here, just because of their scheduling and my scheduling as well too. It tends to work out best. We typically train on the weekends. If I've got somebody within an hour or 2 hours of here, happy to work with them on the weekdays as well too. So that's typically how we do it, as opposed to offering like a 7 or a 10-day course or a 2-week course. Just go by whatever the student schedule allows and whenever their time allows to come here. Sometimes that'll take a student 6 months. Sometimes that'll take a month. It just depends on, their availability and I'm available pretty much anytime to teach. So whenever they are ready, give me a call. We'll meet out at the field and just start knocking that syllabus out and start getting that done. And typically, we do PPG 1 during the time that you're in the class, and then work up to PPG 2, come back, and start seeing your flying as you progress, and then we'll start checking those things off. And then once, typically 25 to 30 flights, somewhere in that range, I feel like a person is ready, or more, just depending on the time and, the amount of flights and the quality of flights and stuff that they're getting as well too. then they're ready to take the PPG2 test and to qualify from there. So that's basically how we do it. I have had several people from like Dallas, 3-4 hours away come in for training, and happy to work with someone like that too if they want to come in for 2. If somebody's from further away from out of town, like 4 or 5 hours away, what I'll typically do is have them come for like a Thursday through a Monday, or Thursday through a Sunday, and we'll do that done. And probably at the end of that weekend, we'll get your first flight in after 3 to 5 days of training, and then go from there and have you come back again and do that 2 or 3 times, and then you'll be ready for your PPG2 from there. So yeah, we follow the syllabus, and my years of knowledge and everything seems to definitely help on that. And very patient with the students, and never in a rush to hurt anybody. I typically like to train 2, maybe 3 people at a time. Beyond 3, I find that, I've trained like 5 or 6 students at a time. It just gets to be too much going on, but somebody feels left out. So I keep the numbers at like 3 or less right now for my, if I'm doing the training, 3 students to 1 instructor. So yeah.
Okay, Will Fly, there's another question in the super chat, sir.
Yes, there is. How about the, let's see, are you going to Torchport for Memorial? Torchport?
Torchport.
The fly-in.
I'm not familiar with that fly. Where is that?
Michigan,
Oh, Michigan. No, I highly doubt I'll be up there.
Torchport Air Park. Yes,
What weekend is that?
Memorial Weekend.
A Memorial Day weekend? No, I plan to go into Bad Apples in May, and I've got something else scheduled for Memorial Day weekend. So I highly doubt I'll be up at that one.
Darn it, because I'm going to be there. Darn it.
I haven't heard of fly-in. Is it a newer fly-in?
I don't fly, but I'm going to go. I'm going on my second tandem at Torch.
Okay, nice.
Eric and Jade took me up last year, and now I'm hooked. So I'm going back. Yeah, I'm going back in May. I want to go up again.
Oh, wonderful.
So John, I'm wondering, how are you getting the word out there about your paramotors? Is it just word of mouth? I mean, you have a Facebook page, but how else are people going to be able to find you? I mean, are you promoting at fly-ins, or how's that going?
Fly-ins, Facebook, advertising like that locally as well too. I'm not really out to take over the paramotor industry by any means. It would be nice, but it's at a comfortable pace right now. If we can do a couple units a month, something like that was really about where we like to be. Although I'm certainly looking for any schools or anybody else out there that would like to expand their lines as well too. We're certainly open to to working with schools or other dealers as well too. So yeah.
Cool. Does he have a web page? I just posted his Facebook page, Tony.
Yeah. AmericanMadeParamotors.com is the website. We do need to update that. So yeah, I'm so hoping to get with my web people here this next week. Maybe meet up with them here on the road here this next week, and get some stuff updated on there. So yeah.
Steve, are you able to do a screen share with his school page or his Facebook page?
I do have his Facebook page. I can share it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Share screen, and there, I think. Share sound. Well, there's not going to be any sound, but there's his Facebook page right there.
Cool.
So you can see right here, he's got 731 followers. Y'all need to go over there and follow him over on his page. I mean, you can see right here, he's got all his pictures of his paramotors. I mean, feel free to look through those. And but like John said, he'll do custom work too. So if you like, hey, I want a lime green frame for my frame, then boom, there you go.
No problem. Yeah, and I've done a lot of custom work for people, that have something they wanted to match, they wanted to match their car, or they wanted to match something else, for example. Certainly happy to do that. Not at all a problem.
I like this video. Is that so? That's showing you about to weigh it. It looks like.
Yes.
Is that what you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were weighing one, zeroing it out, and let's see what that one comes in at. Oh, 14 point, yeah, 14 and a half, 14.6 pounds. That's the average weight for the frame with the fuel tank. So
Nice. Nice.
And
What
you get a
size?
bigger fuel
What
tank?
size? Yeah, what size fuel tank is that?
that's a 12 liter, the standard Vitarazi 12-liter fuel tank.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. This one's got the motor on it. 54.4 pounds, which is actually pretty light. I think most people, you know, for a paramotor, that's
That is
good weight.
It is very, yeah, it's a very respectable weight. And that was something, when we were designing it, looking at everything and looking at all the competition as well, too. How can we keep this thing super strong, yet lightweight as well, too? And so far we've succeeded on those numbers. I think those are very good numbers. Another thing we did, which nobody else in the industry is doing, are legs. When we went to design the legs on these, let me see here.
Let me do this so we can see what he's doing.
We shaped most legs, as you know, on a paramotor frame are completely flat, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So what we did is we decided to shape them more like a human foot, like ergonomic. As you can see, it's got a curve here, right? Like a actual foot instead of being flat. So that has given the frame in itself and the legs exponential increased strength as far as it's not flat. So when it lands, it's ergonomic, just like a foot. So they tend not to fold and to break or to dent up near as easy as most other frames would. So that's been another cool thing we did that I don't think anybody else in the industry is doing. And like I mentioned earlier, the cost to replace those things in case they ever do get bent or broken in a crash, it's super cheap, like $50 a leg. So yeah.
I've
What
noticed. Oh,
what kind of trike can those legs fit on? Like if you want to do a light trike with that.
A light trike, I have had a customer use the retractor trike before, and also the one that what's the guy in Minnesota that makes all those parts? Paracruiser or Sky Cruiser Industries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had those. I've had a customer put them on a retractor trike and a Sky Cruiser trike before as well too.
What plate would you use for a tractor trike? The SkyMax? It kind of
SkyMax or the Uta or the I believe the Uta plates are the ones that fit the best on that. Yeah. And you know, if you contact Sky Sports or whoever, he knows that's who the guy went through on that one. So yeah. I believe it was a Uta. And then I've had the guy that used the Sky Cruiser trike. He came up with I could show it to you guys if you want. I don't have it in front of me right now, but if anybody wants to message me or email me, I could certainly show you the system that he came up with to mount it to the trike, which is really impressive, using the legs and a cross brace as well too. So yeah, he's out of Oklahoma and had good luck with his. So
pretty excellent. Very, very interesting. Lots of information. American-made paramotor here in the United States. John Hudson, school down in Louisiana. We have a spinny wheel winning thing. John is going to give away one of his XL new color t-shirts, not the original. I love the OG ones. I mean, these are great. These are wonderful. And make sure, if you haven't done so already, say hello to Will Fly in the super chat. Let him know that you are here. We're going to be spinning that in just a moment. So whenever you're ready to put that up, Will, Linda Anderson is going to say hello to everybody in the super chat and say hi. Don't forget to unmute yourself, Miss Linda. She goes, oh yeah, that's right, I'm on mute. There you go.
I have to get permission to unmute.
We've got a lot of people in here. Look at all
Wow,
the people. This
that's
is
the most
really
beautiful
awesome.
spinny wheel I've ever seen. Next to Sean's, of course, you know.
No, this is
Sean
the
Master.
this is the spinny will.
Will, there you
The
go. I love it.
spinny
Spinny
wheel.
Will.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
it's-
let's get on to business here now, everybody. So I'm going to do a shout out to all my chatters. Welcome. Monday night. Love to have everybody. So we got Tony Marzano, Running to the Sky, or I Can Fly PG. My cat's moving this. John Wayne, Cowboy, Kenneth Goodwill, Paul Marzano, Michael Jasper, Flying Flamingo, Jay, yay. Bonnie Friends, hey, Michigander. We got Kramer in the house. Hi, Linda. We got Guardian Service Dogs. Okay, you got Tony in twice, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony Marzano at the very top and right down there.
That's why I'm here tonight.
Very
Yes,
good.
yes. And then my second set of eyes, Sean. Thank you, Sean.
You know what? And Tony's always saying that it's rigged. So yeah, we kind of rigged it for you, but now we unrigged it for you.
That's right, Tony.
And then we have Deweese Milstead in the house. Hi, Weezy. We got Hairsmith 101, Mark McElroy. Hey, what's up, Mark? We got Next Batman. That's a cool name. We got Goldie Thief. We got PPG the other Nick. We got Jen C. Hey, Jen, what's up? Kenneth Kidwell, Travis DuPont, A-Lines, James, Bill H. Hey, James Beville, Marco Franco, and Doug Harris in the house. What's up, Doug? And the Priceless, hey, Andy, and Wallace Funderburg, and Daniel Roush. Welcome, everybody. Good luck, and let's spin away.
You faded out, but you also got Angela Preslick and Wallace Funderburg.
I faded out, and here I'm sitting back, so I'm not screaming. I faded out. Not me. I ain't no fader.
I'm no fader.
I'm no fader.
All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Who's gonna win tonight?
All right.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Here we
I'm
go.
going to say.
Gotta wait till it starts.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think who's gonna. Okay.
Did you
ready?
Did you get?
Maybe it'll be
Ready.
Bill H. Hell, he flies one, so.
Did you get Paul Marzano? Because I see Paul Marzano popped
Oh,
up.
maybe that's what I did. Maybe that's what I did.
I see Paul Marzano in there.
Yeah, he is here.
Okay.
Is there? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. So you ready?
Okay. Do
Ready
it.
when you are.
Spinner up.
I'm
Give
gonna
me-
pick Travis DuPont.
Because it's
I'm
always
gonna
rigged for him.
He
say.
already got one.
Oh,
I'm
did
gonna
he?
say
He's got one, yeah.
Hopefully somebody that don't have one
PPG,
will win.
the other Nick.
Yeah. Somebody that doesn't win often. Let it be someone that doesn't win often.
Ooh.
Yeah, run into the sky. That's funny.
Close.
come on,
close.
come
Gonna
on.
Miss the.
Oh, is it going to stop on Guardian Service Dogs?
I do believe it is.
Yay,
go.
congratulations.
Right on.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Right, Guardian Service Dogs, cool.
Yay.
All right. How does Guardian Service Dog get up with you, John Hudson, so he can get, or she can get your version 2.0 shirt?
Yes, probably the easiest way would just message me on Facebook at True North Paramotors. Or shoot me a text.
Oh, there we go. Yep, they're still in chat. They say, woo! So there we go.
Cool.
All right, tell you what, let me see if I can see them in chat. And well, I can't see them here, but yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome. I don't even have a 2.0 version. I got OG version.
Yeah, I'll get you one next time I see you. I've got rid of all the other ones I had at Endless Foot Drag this past year. So I had about 50 of them made up and gave away all those this past fall. This past fall.
There's
So,
his Facebook page again, Guardian Service Dogs. If you need to be able to find it, that'll take you right over there to it. And then just
just shoot me your address, Guardian Service Dogs, and I'll get that out to you tomorrow or Wednesday.
Cool. That's the shiniest prop I've ever seen. It's just like, woo, it's so pretty.
Shiny prop. Oh yeah, because of the stickers too.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Yes.
It
yes.
makes that spot go away too.
Oh, good. There's no black.
the-
Yeah.
The black.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's true.
it kind of blends in now.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
this is brand new True North Paramotors unit that's ready to go, weighing right at 54.5 pounds. Perfect, awesome, lightweight machine made right here in America. You can call me at any time at 318-393-7544 with any questions you might have whatsoever. Happy to answer them for you. Anytime. I'm here for any of my customers at any time. So that's another thing I do love about doing this, is being able to keep it on a local and personal level with people as well, to where I have a guy in Alaska, and he calls me about once a month, it seems like, just tell me how much he loves his paramotor and how much he enjoys flying it, and that to me makes this whole thing worthwhile, is to be able to be on a personal level with my customers and to be able to keep it that way as well too. So yeah, if anybody's in the market for a new paramotor, looking for something made in America at a very reasonable and affordable price, please give me a call or look us up at any time. We're always here for you.
That's amazing. All those parts on the back of that paramotor. I'm just looking at them like, what's that? Oh, yeah.
That's a muffler. Yeah.
I know where the gas tank looks like. I know. See, I can always say, well, that's the gas tank. See, I know that much.
And you know the prop, right?
I know the prop.
Do
Yep.
you, do you know the air box?
The air, no.
The air box.
Air
John's-
box?
Yeah, John's pointing to the air box. See at the very top there?
Yeah.
Okay. What's
That's
that for?
The air comes in, it's filtered, and it goes into the carburetor. That way you don't get, sand, dirt, and dust into your machine, which is not really good.
No.
Very interesting.
Bill H says he's going to contact you, John. He needs new netting.
All right, tell him to give me a call.
All right, there you go.
That's a really good question. The netting.
Yes.
For me, I really would like to see, an easy replaceable netting that you don't have to, I mean, a lot of them, you have to rivet it, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so I mean, and that's kind of like the normal thing, but I'd love to see like an easily replaceable netting that doesn't cost $500 like the Parajet one.
Exactly, and that's why another reason why we're moving forward with titanium production as far as that goes, and getting the snap-on netting figured out, because I guarantee you, once we start manufacturing these here in the United States, we will offer these as a replacement netting for, let's say, that brand that you just mentioned, or whatever else features snap-on netting, at a much more reasonable price than $480 or $470 for literally. I mean, I don't want to say how much that actually cost, but now to figure out actually how to slice those things and to get those holes evenly in them like they do, that has proven to be a slight challenge. I won't lie. So that's our only.
It's beautiful. There's no question about it. That is a beautiful. It makes it works. It's a nice system, but it's kind of pricey.
Yeah, it definitely is a little pricey, and even the other option, the alternative option, is about $275 for a company that makes those in East Block.
You might have a problem there, John, because if you can make that net to fit that other company's paramotor, you might be a little too busy to make that many quick enough, because I guarantee they'll come to you to buy the net. They're like, I'm not buying $500 net. I want John's net.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's why we're trying to figure that out pretty quickly, hopefully. But
it's a little more challenging probably than it sounds, because I mean, not only you have the netting and all, but the surface has to be smooth enough not to grab lines.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it is a little bit of a challenge.
Yep. That has proven to be a slight challenge, but we've gotten this far with the titanium, to where we have a working prototype unit as far as that goes, minus the netting. And that was definitely a huge challenge as well, too, because the welding, to weld titanium, it takes some skill for sure. We had to go through about 18 different pieces, where I had to cope them and then place them together, and then get my welding guy to try to figure out the temperature, the timing, and all that stuff, which a couple of Saturday mornings and a couple 12 packs of beer for him, and we finally figured it out. But so it's all.
I think you can pay welders in 12 packs of beer. I think that's the going rate.
Yeah, it is sometimes it helps. It definitely helps. Easily motivation for him. So that's been good. And I'm so lucky and blessed to have the people that I have that I work with, and David, the guy that has a shop that I operate out of. I mean, this guy I owe him so much gratitude and a debt of gratitude for helping me out with this whole project, and for being patient with me as well too, because there's been a lot of forward steps and a few steps back. Making paramotors, it's not as easy as it appears. A lot of fitment issues, a lot of things. No telling how many different prototypes I've had to go through to get it right and dialed in, and the fitment and everything on it good now. So yeah.
Yep.
Are all the nettings designed the same? The nettings, are they all designed the same, or do they come in different colors?
They do. You can get different colors. There's a guy in Canada that does make that's his side job is he weaves netting, and he offers them in different colors. I found the netting I use for these is made by a company that the show Deadliest Catch, the Alaskan fishermen people, the same company that makes a lot of their netting. So yeah.
Okay. I know, it's like I almost want to touch it because is it like flexible? Is it soft netting kind of thing?
The netting I use is a pure Dyneema, a solid pure Dyneema netting, which is one of the strongest fiber that I know there's possibly.
It would have to be strong, huh? Yeah.
Right. And now for the snap-on, we're going to use a different type of netting because this one won't work for that. So yeah, there are different types, and it gets a little complicated, and that was one of the hardest things to source when making these things, for sure. That took probably the longest amount of time to locate.
Okay. So everybody has netting on. It's a safety thing that you have to have that netting on the back, right? Or some people don't.
Yeah, either netting or a couple other companies use like a fishing line that they weave in different patterns, and it basically anything to block your arm, your hands from getting pulled back into the prop. Or your torso, for example, would be the next thing to go. So anything to block.
Anything to keep your body from touching that spinning blade of death.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Well, John, thank you so much, buddy. I definitely appreciate you. Definitely need to go down and see you and hang out with you and fly some of your paramotors.
Please do, Sean, anytime, or I'll head up to Little Rock sometime soon.
Absolutely. Come over here and
Bad apples.
Yeah, I will be there. We'll see you there. Are you in Florida?
I'm in North Carolina.
You're in North Carolina. Okay, great. Very good.
Awesome.
Guys, thank y'all so much for having me. I've really enjoyed this past hour spending it with y'all.
Yeah.
And we
Thank you,
definitely
John.
appreciate you, John. And thank you so much for donating that shirt. That was pretty awesome.
Beautiful.
And thanks for making a paramotor frame USA.
Yeah, American made.
USA. USA. USA.
Yes, indeed.
We need more stuff made in the USA to where
We're
the prices can come down, because everything
Exactly.
American made is expensive because it's never made here.
You're right. Or it was 25, 30 years ago, and now it's all
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Farmed
John,
up.
you're welcome to drop by anytime, okay?
Thank
You
y'all
know
so
where to
much.
find us on Monday nights.
I
Just
will.
come on in.
We will. I will, y'all. I won't be such a stranger anymore. Good to have you.
Excellent. John, real quick before you go, tell us your .com and phone number. How do we get up with you?
Okay, yeah, AmericanMadeParamotors.com is the website. The prices need to be updated on there. I will say that. We plan on doing that here in the next couple of weeks. AmericanMadeParamotors.com, 318-393-7544 is my phone number. Look for us on Facebook at True North Paramotors, and also Louisiana Powered Paragliding is the school on Facebook as well. So
Excellent.
thank you all very much.
And thank you, John. Have a good one, buddy.
Have a great night. Thanks, y'all.
Oh, John, wait.
Yeah.
We need to do a thumbnail.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. I fell asleep at the job here
Yeah, you
tonight.
did, girl. Holy smokes. All right.
I've been so mesmerized by the prop and the whole
I
thing.
know. And the airbox. You know things now.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Got it.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Night, John.
He almost got away. That would have been terrible. Well, we didn't get him on
No.
there.
I would have felt really bad.
I know. It's like, how do we prove that we really had him on the show?
I know.
I think the hour program will do, so good deal.
Oh, did we figure out what the secret word's going to be, or is that going to be?
Yeah, we got to let John go. He has to leave. So,
Okay.
John, thank you
Yeah,
again.
True North for next week or whatever y'all want. Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, bud.
You have a great night. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. For those of you that were here last week, we had a secret word. If you are the first one that types in that secret word, I'm going to send you a bunch of clearproptv stickers. So first one that remembers the secret word in the super chat. Man, I tell you, I really had a good time tonight. It was really good. Learned a lot of stuff.
Boom. Somebody's already got it.
Oh, he sure did.
Who's
Dang.
that?
Holy moly, somebody's on it.
James
Yeah.
Belleville.
James.
That's what I see on my chat.
Michael Jasper was right behind him, and Bonnie.
Yeah,
found
they were
Woo,
close.
they were trailing him, huh?
They were like, they literally typed it in like the time YouTube has their delay. It was like by the time you said it, it was on there.
Yeah.
Like, boom, boom, boom. The Beast.
Yeah.
The Beast is the new tandem trike that I got from Florida last week. And so James, you won some stickers. So go over to paramotorarkansas.com, find the stickers, put it in your cart, then text me 501-747-3558. Let me know that it's in there. Deweese, I am this close to be able to get your stuff out from last week. Sorry, I haven't been able to, been kind of busy, but you do have it in your cart. I will get it out to you as soon as possible. 8 o'clock already. Man, I tell you what, hours just, they fly like paramotor pilots, man.
Let me see those stickers again, Sean. There was one that balloon one. The hot air
Okay,
balloon.
Like you want the balloon.
So Jim makes these.
That one. Oh yeah,
Right.
I got that one.
So
Okay.
these right here from CarePP or careppg.com.
Yeah.
I send these out also because
Yes.
Jim has really helped us out as far as making these really amazing stickers. These stickers you can put on your car on the outside and they don't fade away. And the ones that I got made not in America through Amazon, you put these stickers on and they fade away to almost nothing. So these are great indoors.
Yeah.
But
I have
Jim-
one on my the top of my laptop. I put the sticker on it.
Jim makes these things to last.
Yes.
It's really awesome. So
Yes.
indoors, outdoors, and
Yeah.
we send these out for Jim. So
I got those.
Damn, I don't think I have any color left in my beard. Sean's next.
I got
He's
a little
getting
bit.
there. Yeah, you got a little bit, then it'll be like this, where it's just freaking Santa Claus. Yeah.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
Lord.
my plan
I'm
is
older than both of you. Mine's invisible.
He's
there
shaving
you
it
go.
off.
He's got
There
the
you go.
special beard. Yes. The low maintenance, invisible.
Special beard.
There's no way Will is older than I am. There's no way.
He's
Well, I mean-
63 and a half, man. You just can't
No,
you
he
just
is
can't tell me
not.
because he shaved.
63 and a half.
When you're 63, man, you don't count the half. I mean, when you're 8, you count the half. 63 and a half.
I'm 583 months old. Oh man. I always have a really good time doing this stuff. So all right, so our secret code for next week. How many people we still have here? We have what, 37 people still?
Cool.
Wow.
Man, this
so-
was fun.
So first of all, Travis just said Jim went to Mexico. We'll probably never hear from him again. And
Yeah, he's hanging with Kenny Chesney right now. Uh-huh. No shoes, no service. Yeah.
he went down there and is touching all the cacti. I saw his last video where he's touching cactus and seeing it bloom. Pretty cool. But anyway,
No service.
next week, how about we use True North for John Hudson? That's our
That's
code
it, True
for
North.
next. True North, Paramotor, or True North, either one would be fine. Probably True North because that's the quickest to type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they don't have to do check spell,
I think Jim's going to get some video tomorrow of him flying in Mexico off the beach, and then we'll, if you watch him on his YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the video. If he posts it tomorrow, I don't know.
I hope so. It's really nice that we get to follow his adventure from Canada all the way through America down to Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Wish I could take that kind of time off. I'd be gone. I'm out.
You can just take some time off and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why
Take
not?
a month off. Don't worry about bills or nothing. Just do
Yeah.
it.
No,
Well,
she,
like 2 weeks now.
Dude,
Over 2
Munchkin would
weeks.
have that doghouse all nice and custom built for you.
Yeah, exactly. Got you a shed you can stay in.
Yeah.
Bill
Oh
H says
my
it's
gosh.
True North. Does that mean he's the first? Put True North in the chat.
Remember that for next week. I see,
Yeah.
Bill. You have to write it down so you remember it. There you go.
Yeah, I know what he's doing.
Mhm.
Clever.
There you go. Bill H, when are you gonna be our guest, dude?
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
I know.
Before I'm in the nursing home, you know?
Well, we'll get to see you on your birthday, Bonnie. If you show up next Monday, we can all tell you happy birthday then.
Oh yeah.
Who's
When is
what?
your
What?
birthday?
Yeah, her birthday is next Monday, she says. So
Whose birthday?
Bonnie Franz.
Oh,
or
Bonnie?
Franz. Yep.
Yep,
Cool.
they're going to be down here in April training, trike training.
April.
Cool.
Mhm.
Party at Bonnie's house, birthday
Hopefully.
girl.
Hopefully it'll be nice and butter smooth air for the entire time that they're here, and they'll get tons and tons of flights. It's been rainy and cold and foggy and wind advisories. I don't think I've ever seen such a thing in my life. I mean, since November of this last year, it's just been crap.
The whole polar system is out of whack right now. Once that
Yeah.
jet stream changes and pushes, we'll be normal. About 2
Think of
more
the-
weeks.
Think of the
We'll be
people
fine.
in California. Holy moly.
Yeah, they're
I know,
like freezing over there.
blizzards. I've never heard of anything like that before.
Well, I
Last
thought
time-
I would share the wealth. I'm like, I talked to Mother Nature. I'm like, California needs some of our snow.
yeah,
And so
let's,
she's like, okay.
don't do that. Don't do that. Tell her, put it back.
And then
to,
Robert's like, thanks, Mom. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Put it back to nice. Let's see. Anything else going on with Will or Steve or Linda? I mean, we did a quick introduction because John had to go in an hour. We couldn't hold him here, against his will for 3 hours like we normally would.
Yeah, no, he was on a schedule.
Yeah,
A schedule.
a schedule.
No, this would.
I may be on
This is
a
fun.
skeleton next week. If it depends on how much, because we're supposed to start moving. We're supposed to move on the 1st of March, which has been postponed until March 2nd. And we're going to start moving stuff. But what I'm going to try to do is leave the computers and stuff here until after maybe the shows next week. And then right after that, move everything.
You can use your phone if you want to.
That would suck, but
No, you just kick back wherever you are. I mean, take that month vacation, go to Mexico, hold your phone up, margarita in one hand, your cell phone in the other, and
from the
be on
beach.
and do your show. Absolutely.
There you go.
I mean, Jim could have done the same thing, but he's just having way too much fun. So
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
must be nice.
He's going to have a lot to talk about when he gets back.
Yeah.
You might have to be our guest, whatever.
Well,
Not really. I mean, he's had an adventure.
yes, he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Do we, as far as guests and stuff, Linda, who do we, what do we got going on for the next couple of weeks? Do we have guests lined up, or do we have any blanks, spots where we can throw Jim in?
We've got
or we-
next
kinda booked?
Monday, we have Larry Schumart. I'm gonna send out, how I always remind him and stuff, but I don't want to give away all my secrets. How I do things, I'm saying. But yeah, I'll give more detail about him. But yeah, so far got him
Well, we'll-
lined up on Monday, and then the rest of the guests I'll talk about it later with you guys.
Okay, but we're all booked, right? We don't have any open spots over the next couple months, right? We're booked.
I have to grab my calendar behind me. So
Okay.
give me 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
So Will, what's new with you?
Yeah.
Anything?
Not much new, but I can tell you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern on Paramotor Hangout, we have a very special surprise guest.
I
I'm
think
looking-
Will just put a spoiler on the back of his van.
I'm not going to tell you, but seriously, it's going to be someone that you want to hear from, most likely.
Tucker got
No. Better than Tucker got.
what?
Yeah, Tucker Gott's mom.
Tucker got some mom.
No, seriously, it's gonna be a great show. So yeah, tune in 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, YouTube, Paramotor Hangout, or you could go to ppgshane.com.
He had to think about that.
It
Yeah.
did.
Like, which one of them websites is it?
There's
too
just
damn many.
too many .coms around here.
We can squeeze Jim in. We got in April, we got 3 openings still. I'm working on.
He probably won't be home by then.
You should be. You think I'll be
The
back by then?
way he's going, I don't know. He may be down there till
when's
June.
the next just a tip? 8, 9, 10, whatever number we're on now. When's that
Yeah,
coming
well,
out?
I keep saying it's going to be this week, but really this week.
This week.
Really this week.
That's all
He's
right.
at least 25% into editing. See, that's what takes so long. It's not really taking the videos, it's editing the damn things. Screw that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Will does a good job at it, so he can take as long as he wants. But hurry up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all booked for March. So
Go, Linda.
Ooh, all right. Well,
there we go.
Run Into the Sky, our nonprofit organization. If you did not know, we actually had our articles of incorporation approved on February 14th. So we actually officially started on Valentine's Day. How cool is that?
Nice.
It is cool.
Nice.
Valentine's Day. So we're still just waiting on the IRS letter, and that will make us official. And then we are going to be doing some custom paramotors for people that don't have arms or legs, disabled veterans. We're going to be able to teach them how to fly. One of the cool things is from Air Sports USA down in Florida is that the trikes are custom. They're kind of like the PPCs. You've probably seen those on videos where you actually use your feet to steer the wing, right? And then your hand, there's a joystick that actually steers the trike. So if someone is missing a hand, they can still fly an ultralight, a paratrike. That's pretty cool. I mean, can you imagine, going to war and losing, part of one of your appendages or something, and you really want to fly and you can't get your GA because what kind of because you're in GA, what are some of the restrictions? I mean, what do you have to, you have to have all hands and fingers and toes to fly GA? Is there any restrictions on anything like that, or vision?
First of all, I could not imagine wanting to fly and not being able to. So, I mean, that said it in a nutshell. As far as GA is concerned, honestly, I have had zero experience with handicaps. So I really don't know. I know you have to pass a medical, third-class medical at the very least. But as far as accommodations and stuff are concerned, I really don't know. That's a good question. So if for example, it would be hugely expensive, I would imagine, if it could be done to retrofit an airplane. So I've never heard of it being done. Doesn't mean it hasn't been done, but I've never heard of it.
I know somebody that's got a missing leg. And I was like, hey, man, if you want to fly, you can get on the trike and boom, you can go. And he's like, no, I want my 2 feet on the ground. So I didn't push it any further. I was like, okay, if you don't want to fly, it's only one what? One foot? Yeah. One leg, one foot. Yeah.
You said 2 feet on the ground.
He did say that.
Yeah. Okay. I totally missed. I said that. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to keep my foot on the ground. Yeah.
Well, that's something too, if you think about it. If you do trike, you need both feet to steer the front wheel.
Yeah, if you're doing the trike that you have, but a normal trike you wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, a normal trike, you need both your feet to steer to the front.
Well, not if you got one of them auto-correcting wheels that's got the spring on it.
But if you need to turn left and you only
Oh
have
no, if you need, yeah, if you only have one leg
Right.
for that, yeah, it could be
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah.
I would imagine you'd have to have it to where you could pull and push, and you wouldn't, a lot of people don't have the strength to pull like that. I mean, the leg's not designed for that.
That's when that joystick would come in handy, especially if
Right.
you only have one leg, you could steer with that. That'd be perfect.
In
Yeah, so-
Europe, because it has no rudder. Okay, so Brian Franz says that well, no, I freaking lost it. Susan
Uh-oh.
Simons, there's a woman who flies general aviation with no arms.
Wow.
And she flies
Wow.
in Europe because it has no rudder pedals. It's hard to fly coordinated without rudder pedals though, so I don't know how she's doing that. But where there's a will, there's a way. Seriously, if you want something bad enough.
Absolutely. And this is definitely will be the least expensive. And you got dedicated people that, they also have the Serenity Island, which is also a nonprofit down there. And a lot of stuff that they do, Air Sports USA and Serenity Island in Florida, is fabricating different types of flying machines for people that, are not able to fly the traditional type. So I think this is going to be really good. I can't wait to be able to help a lot of people, and that's what this is all about, is to be able to help people get up in the air. And I'm a disabled veteran, I mean, thank goodness I have, arms and legs, but it's difficult. And it's difficult, including with resurgence. They don't get a lot of people that are able to go to class. And if they do go to class, there's no paramotor or any fly machines. So what we want to do is to help Resurgence PPG, their people that already went to class, find out what they need and help help build fly machines that they can fly. So, I think that when we originally said that we wanted to do something like this, oh wow, okay, so let's take a look at this
Wow.
real quick. So she is, wow.
She actually crosses her legs, so she's got to think about it in reverse at the same time.
Yeah, but she
Wow.
does it naturally. She's got one foot's on the throttle.
Yeah.
The left foot's on the throttle, the right foot, she's got the yoke. That's amazing, man. Absolutely. And thank you, Brian Franz. He found this for us. So yeah, that is just incredible. Good for you. Good for you.
Nice.
It's really neat too, when you're born without arms, your feet are just like hands. I mean, they can do pretty much everything that we can do with our hands with their feet. I mean, I've seen videos of people that don't have arms and they brush their teeth, they pick up forks, they cut their steak and stuff. I'm like, gosh, I can barely slide my feet into a pair of shoes. I can't do anything. I mean, that is absolutely amazing what people can do. It's
Coming and
Ooh.
becoming.
Dropped his trike off a cargo rack on the interstate at 75 miles an hour.
who did that?
He said one of his buddy John, guardian service dogs. His buddy John dropped his trike off a cargo rack on the interstate at 75 miles an hour. I don't think that trike survived that at 75. There's no way. It's probably destroyed it.
Gosh,
Wow. That's what I'm afraid of. Anytime I put my paramotor on a cargo rack, I'm so worried it's going to fall off. So I strap the crap out of the thing.
I do the same thing. I overdo it. I mean, it's a total overkill.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry, that's the way I see it. I'd rather, I know it, even if it takes me longer to get it off of the cargo rack, I know it was strapped down good while it was in motion.
Huh.
It's either that or break it all the way down and put it inside, which I may end up doing. I know when I go to Georgia in April, I'll be breaking it all the way down to put it in the truck.
Doesn't Smart Car Brian, does he break his down, or does he have a rack on his smart car?
Well, he's got a truck now, so he doesn't have the smart car anymore, but I don't think he breaks it down. He
Okay.
used to break it down and put it in one of those freaking teeny tiny cars. Yeah, but yeah,
But he's still smart car Brian,
he
regardless
is.
what he flies. I mean, what he drives, you know, I don't care if you drive a truck, you're still smart car.
Yeah, he got one of them good old boy trucks, but yeah, he's still smart car Brian. Now and forever.
I know, because if you change his name, we'll never know who he is.
Yeah, right.
Well, guys, if you can give us some thumbs up, that really helps our metrics. If
Oh,
you
let me
need
do
it-
that. I didn't even thumbs it up. Okay, there we go.
What?
I
If
know,
you-
right? I forgot.
If you don't like us and you put thumbs down, make sure you hit it twice.
It don't matter. Everybody can hit thumbs down. It still counts towards the metric, so it doesn't matter.
No, thumbs twice.
Yeah,
Think
Yeah,
about
you hit it twice, so it doesn't give a thumbs up. But then you
it
don't.
doesn't give anything. Yeah, it's better to leave a thumbs down than nothing because the metrics. Okay. Where am I going in Georgia? I'm actually going to basically Loganville, more towards almost Monroe, which is about 20 miles from Stone Mountain, Georgia. If you're familiar, Kelby, with Georgia at all, I'm going that area, which I think is a perfect fly zone. I don't think there's any air restrictions over there. There's one small private, I think, unmanned airport, so I should be cool to fly anywhere around there, which if we got good weather, I'm doing it. If that may be my first flight this year, I'll just go down there and do it.
Do I see Doug Hargis in the super chat?
You do.
Doug, you need to come
Doug.
back over here and hang out with us. We hung out
Yes.
like right before the pandemic in 2019. Was it December or something like that? We're
Yeah.
doing the para. God, what was it that we're doing? The geo something or what the hell was it? And we had a blast down there. It's been a long time, bud. You need to come on the show or come over here and
Yep.
see me, man. It's been way too long.
I'm gonna message you, Doug, so be ready. You're
Ready.
gonna be our guest on our show, Doug. Mark it down. I'm gonna private message you later tomorrow.
Linda doesn't take no for an answer.
No,
Nope.
she does not, does she?
Nope. I got my calendar all ready to go, Doug.
Uh-oh.
That's a big
Uh-huh.
calendar.
The big
Huge.
calendar.
Long as you can read it, that's all that matters.
That's true.
I've got like 4 calendars. Okay, I'm a freak that way. It's like this way, if I forget to mark it on one calendar, I can find it on 3 more.
Wow.
I have to admit I do the same thing, but I'm old school.
Have to.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We had a great show with John Hudson from True North Paramotors. We gave away a T-shirt. We gave away some stickers. We used the secret code from last week, which was Beast. And next week, what is the secret code, Linda? What's the secret code, Scuba Steve?
Oh,
True
I wrote it
North.
down.
True North. Excellent. So don't forget True North
Oh,
is the
great.
Will,
True
any more
North.
hints about your show tomorrow?
I know. I'm like ready to get off the air just so I can see if you'll say it off the air.
Shane won't get mad. Just go on and tell us. Come on.
I can't seriously, but I think you'll enjoy it. I truly believe that.
All right.
So
Fine.
got to make sure you go over to ppgshane.com tomorrow. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. So when it pops up and you have an awesome guest, you know that it's there. Also on Wednesday, you got paramotorgirl.com at, I think it's 8 o'clock, right? 7 o'clock?
Yes,
Well,
8.
it's 8 Eastern and
8
7
my
Central.
time.
Okay. It pops up on my thing when she goes live.
Yeah,
So I'll
it's
see
8
that.
my- They're an hour behind me, so it's 8 for me.
Yeah.
And then somebody like really special, their son does something on Thursday. We got the Paramount
Right,
here.
That's right.
What's going on Thursday?
Paraglidingtalk.com with your host, Robert Michaels. Yep, he's there every Thursday. We always have an awesome time. We always have the Spinny Winnie Wheel by Sean. He's the awesome Spinny Winnie King.
Not to
Well,
be
Well, 5 years
confused with
Vinny
me.
when he came too, so I don't.
Not to be confused with me. I'm not the Sean.
Nope,
Yeah.
name spelled completely different.
Sean N. Yes. And if you want to be a guest on my show, get up with me, Lindy Anderson, at Paramount USA, which takes you right to my Facebook page. And you can be a guest on our show. It can be your time to shine on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, mother's wax and all, you'd be shining right up.
That's right.
And then there's
Right.
also a cool vaping / paramotor show on Friday. Scuba Steve, tell us a little bit about that, sir.
Yeah, Friday, 8 o'clock, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. Just go to paramotordude.com. That'll take you right over to my YouTube channel where you can watch, and we always have a good time over there. And I know
Yep.
what Will's doing. Will's like, you could die from something very serious right now. We'll tell you about it tomorrow.
I will tell you, I've listened to Steve's show and I don't vape, but I want to now.
See, now I would never recommend, I would never go, hey, you need to start vaping. That's,
Oh.
A lot of the cool kids want to do it just because they want to blow this big cloud. This strictly was for me to get off cigarettes. I smoked 32 years. If it wasn't for this, I'd probably be in the hospital with cancer right now. So if it helps somebody, great, which I know it's already helped a lot of people. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, and it's
No.
that's nicotine, right? So, I mean, I'm like really into nicotine. So
The nicotine is not what the nicotinine's in potatoes. It's in tomatoes. It's in all kinds of stuff. It's the tar and crap and all the other 6,000 chemicals they put in cigarettes. That's what kills you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And if you vape and it's no wind in the morning, you can kind of see which way the wind's going.
Oh yeah, it's a good windsock. You can vape and blow a cloud and it'll tell you
Oh.
exactly which way the wind's blowing.
Not this girl. I would like die. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, when you
Ugh,
first start
I've
vaping, if
never
you're a
been
smoker
and I no plan on starting.
and you start vaping, the first 3 days that you start vaping, you will cough your tail off. And
Oh.
usually you'll cough up a lot of black crap that's in your lungs,
Oh,
which lets you
nice.
know, hey, this must be helping.
Oh,
And it
boy.
does. Yep.
Yes, this must be helping. I love it.
Mhm.
It's like, are you a toker or a smoker? I'm not even going to go back to the 70s because you don't want.
Yeah, before they had warnings. Yeah, it was fine to smoke back then. They didn't have warnings
Yeah.
on cigarettes.
The wacky tobacco. Good
I
stuff.
vape but no nicotine. Yeah. See, some people, even if they smoked and they reduced to 0 nicotine and they just like it for the flavor, which that's fine too. But I think Deweese used to smoke. So if she can do it with 0 nicotine, you can bring your levels down. You can go from 1 milligram down till you get to 0. And then it's just strictly for flavor at that point.
Yeah, and then why even smoke?
Exactly.
Excellent.
I can smell a cigarette smoker a mile away now. It's amazing how much it improves your sense of taste and smell. Food tastes
Sure.
better, everything.
That's why when people stop smoking, they usually gain weight because they're like, "Ooh, food tastes good."
I
now."
can testify to that fact for sure. I have definitely gained weight since I stopped smoking. Definitely. So I'm going to have to go out there and kite my ass off to try and lose some of this weight.
Well,
Well, at
make
least
sure
you didn't go. At least you went to the vaping and not chewing. That's so
Oh,
good.
I could never do that. I had some so-called friends that were like,
Yeah.
oh, you should dip. And they gave me a bunch of dip at a
Ugh.
carnival.
Yeah.
I was at a
Oh.
carnival. So I
Yeah.
dipped and then they put me on one of them spinny rides. Yeah, that did not go well at all. I
Oh,
was
no.
hurling like crazy. Yeah, that was
Nice.
bad.
Boy, those are nice friends.
They're
Oh my
like a
God.
gravitron. I got off
That
there. I
stuff is
was
so
really,
disgusting. That's
I
so
didn't know how much you're supposed to spit out of that. I'm spitting like crazy, but I swallowed a bunch and that got me. So yeah,
disgusting.
that wasn't for me. No dip of any kind. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That, yeah, it's so attractive, go out on a date. Dates like-
Yeah. How you doing, babe?
That's why you have Coke bottles.
Yeah, yeah.
She said,
Believe
yeah.
That
me.
is gross. Yeah, I've never done
Yeah.
stuff.
And hopefully you don't go, let me have a drink of that, babe.
Oh, I should
Oh,
have.
What was that?
oh God. Oh, just the
Yeah.
thought of that, man.
It's just nasty. It's nasty
Grody to the
stuff.
max. Grody to the max.
Anyway, I just thought I'd bring that subject.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to the rodeo, hang out with the cowboys, man. Now spitting. It's like, ugh.
Is it time for Shane's show yet? Damn it. All right now.
Hey there, Walter.
Walter, just in time for us to say goodbye.
Walter.
Well,
Koala King. Walter.
let's say goodbye to everybody, and let's do a private after show. Let's talk just a few minutes, and then we'll head on out. Sound good?
Sound good.
Excellent. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us for an hour and a half. We talked with John Hudson from True North Paramotor, gave away some fun stuff. We got some secret codes. If you don't know what they are, you need to go back and listen. And we will see you tomorrow at ppgshane.com, because there's a cool guest that you just got to go to. And so you don't mess up and you don't forget, go over to ppgshane.com,
Right.
subscribe and hit that bell notification. I'm gonna have to go and check this out because you're killing me, Will. You're killing me, dude.
We're all in suspense now. Yes.
All right. All right. Well, y'all have a great evening, and don't forget
Thanks, chatters.
that time flies just like paramotor pilots. And if you want to
That's
run, make sure
right.
you run into the sky. We'll see you next week. What a wonderful, wonderful time! I had such a good time with you guys.
This is fun.
Yes.
It's always fun.
And now we're on the audio only. So this is the
Okay.
secret part.
All right,
So-
I'll quit waving now.
Yeah.
So for you guys that are still listening, what can we do for someone that's still listening and isn't here live, but we get truckers that truck and they listen to this stuff all the way to the very end. So what can we do for you? Oh, I know what we can do. Hey guys, I got 3 gift cards and I don't know what they are. They're between $25 and $100 gift cards. How about you just text me 501-747-3558 with the word "run into the sky," and I will send you out some sort
That's
of
the
gift
longest
card.
word I've ever heard.
But
Text me the word "run into the sky."
Well, I mean that's the
There you go.
that's the nonprofit, and I got these gift cards that need to go out someplace. Just text me at 501-747-3558. Run into the sky, and then immediately after that, your name and your mailing address, and I'll send it out immediately. Sound good? Excellent. You guys, thank you so much
These are
for listening.
sealed. These are sealed gift cards, right? So not even you know what's in it.
Sealed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, wrong seal.
Wrong one.
Yeah, they're still sealed, and I got 3 of them left. So, sounds good. Thank you again for listening, and we will see you next week. Have a good one. Peace out. And don't forget to run into the sky.